What's going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Radical Red, the newest version, of course, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Radical Red without using any PokeCenters or PokeMarts? Now, this entire challenge was based off of one of my earlier challenges where I did a no healing challenge, and I want to expand on that by also including no PokeMarts and no Pokemon Centers. So that's it's a bit interesting. So one down of the rules is that I cannot use the PokeCenters for healing at all, and without changing the natures. Of course, there's a second member in the PokeCenters where you can change the natures. We can't use that at all. And for the PCs, I'm able to use the PCs to use for storage, I guess. I'm not able to have more than 6 members on my team, on my active team at one time. So if I want a new member, I gotta release the old Pokemon first before I use a new Pokemon. Because if I put one of the Pokemon in the PC boxes, they will be fully recovered and everything will be useless. Because the whole challenge of this is to try to beat the game without ever healing or like having the options to heal, of course, and to not buy any items for the Pokemart. So you have to use all the items from your bag. So that's gonna be very interesting. Now, there are situations where you are forced to heal before obviously fighting someone, and I want to take those advantages to my hand. That's part of the game. I want to say that's part of the game. So if I have an option to heal or not, or if there is a place where you can heal, I would use it. For instance, in the Pokemon Tower, there is a healing spot in there. I will be using it once though, and I'll be showing it off. I'll only use it once though. I don't want to abuse it. If it's kind of complicated, I'll explain it better in the video. Anyways, the last and most important rule of the challenge, of course, is me nicknaming all my Pokemon after you guys in the comments. So here are the nicknames I've chosen for this video. Thank you so much for leaving a comment in the previous challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my challenge video, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down there, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and challenge ROM hacks you want me to try, and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for 18,000 subscribers once again. And finally, let's get into the video and done with my rambling. So to begin off, I'm actually deciding to use Squirtle. I haven't actually used Squirtle in forever. I've never used Squirtle in Radical Red, so why not? We're gonna try out Squirtle, and Squirtle's actually can beat the Bulbasaur first try, so which is nice. I don't restart. I didn't restart for natures, which is dumb. That's one thing I would change if I get the option to do this challenge once again. I want to re-roll for better natures more often. But while we're starting off the game, there is a Force Heal after we beat Gary, so we get a free full health Squirtle, and as well we're gonna try to train up against the Route 1 Pokemon just as best as we could. We get Water Gun, of course, and then once we get the Pokeballs after returning the Pokedex to Professor Oak, we are going to go out and catch some Pokemons. We're going to catch ourselves a Starly. We also catch ourselves a Wingo and of course a Wooloo, because Wooloo is actually a pretty decent Pokemon. So we're going to have those Pokemon on our team, and what is a great thing is that if we catch Pokemon, we get a lot of XP for it as well. So we are going to chain up a little more and try to chain up a Shinx, which we should have done. If you chain up enough, they're actually going to be the highest level they could. So we encounter a level 14 Shinx in the wild, which is great because we're level 7. As you can see, we caught the Shinx in first try and we put it in our team, which is very nice. We gain a lot of levels from this. With this level 14 Shinx though, we're able to fight against Brendan. Brendan is going to be the real first mini boss of the game, and we're going to smoke him easily. We get the XP share and we're ready to go from there. From there though, we're going to do a lot of training, and we're going to head into Pewter City, where we obtain this egg, which actually hatches into a Stormjourner. I don't know what it is, but it's a stone Pokemon. It's a rock type, and we're gonna face off against Falkner with this. I want to also preface that I'm able to restart each time I save. I restart so I don't black out. We're trying to avoid blackouts in general, because if I black out, that means we gotta restart the entire game because everything's fully healed and I'm taken back to a Poke Center. So anyways, we are actually going to beat Falkner right here. As you can see, we're going to start with our Luxio. We're going to charge up, and then we're going to use a bite against the Emolga twice. Charges boost our special defense. As you can see, I crit him and then bite him down once again as he hits me with a hidden power, and then he's going to send out his Wingo. He's going to water post me. I'm able to live the water post with 7 HP as he sends out his Corvisquire. Now I'm just praying I live an attack against the Corvisquire, but luckily I do with 1 HP and I knock him out. Sees another day. We're able to fight against Brock right after this, and we're going to start off using our Wingull against his Geodude. Brock is going to be the rock type gym leader, of course, and we're going to supersonic his Geodude. He's going to hit himself in confusion as we actually knock out the Geodude with using water gun as he hits himself in confusion twice. He's going to stand on his Onix next, and I decided to just sack my Wingull because I need a new Pokemon anyway. So Wingull goes down, and I don't have any revives in my team. I can't really revive it at all, and I'm not going to take my time to revive a Wingull to begin with. After that, I'm going to send in my Squirtle. It's going to water gun down the Onix. As you can see, I get into torrent range. I'm able to knock him out. And then he's going to send out his Vulpix. I'm able to send in my Luxio, and Luxio's able to paralyze and eventually two-shot him. And we get the first gym badge. So, not too bad here. Unfortunately, when our Wingull goes down, we got to put it in our PC and release it. Each Pokemon, we got to release it so we have no temptations to use it or no option to use it at all. So, the main issue is we're not able to heal anything. So, we got to fix that a little bit. So, east of Pewter City, there is a route right next to Mount Moon where we could catch ourselves a Skittle. This Skittle is actually very useful. It has Sap Sipper as an ability, but also has a lot of healing moves called Milk Drink and Leech Seed, so that's going to be very useful. We're actually going to release our Stone Journal and then get ourselves a Magikarp as well on our team. We're actually going to raid dens real quick. Once we're in these raid dens, we're actually able to get new items. Once we finish them, we get new Pokeballs. Since we actually can't buy any Pokeballs from the PokeMarts, this is how we get Pokeballs so we can catch new Pokemon. From there though, outside of Saffron City, we're going to catch ourselves a Pachirisu and then head into the Nugget Bridge. From there though, we do a lot of training, and this is how we're actually going to heal our Pokemon. We're going to fly back using the Poke Radar and then head into the forest, fight against the Caterpies and use Leech Seed against them to obviously heal up our Pokemon by switching in and out, as you see. And that is how we're regaining HP as we go on. After that, north of Saffron City, we're able to catch yourself an Audino with Wish and Regenerator as an ability, which is completely broken, I must say. After that, we're able to train up against him and regain our HP better. So we're done with the HP section. We can regain HP whenever we want. But the next problem we have is how are we going to save all the PPs? You know, we're going to run out of PPs? Not exactly. So what we have to do is actually teach our Luxio Thief. We're going to thief the Paras and Parasects in Mount Moon and get the tiny mushrooms, and then go into the move relearner, switch out one of our moves that run out of PP, and then try to relearn the move to get the PP restored that we can actually get from the TMs. So that's very useful. Since TMs are infinitely reusable in this game, we are great with this. So PB is done and HP is done. We just got to be careful going forwards. And from there though, we're going to face off against Misty and we're going to fight. She's going to start with her Frogadier. She's going to flip turn into my Spark, which is going to knock out her Floatzel in one shot, which is kind of embarrassing. She's going to send out her Frogadier next. I'm going to switch into my Lombre, which I caught from the raid dens. It can switch into her Starmie. I'm gonna sack my Lombre to the Starmie by Mega Draining and getting down to red HP. But when I'm done with that, I'm gonna send in my Pachirisu. I'm able to nuzzle it, knock it out, and then nuzzle down the Frogadier as well, get it paralyzed, and then switch into my Wartortle, who will eventually Water Pulse and knock him out. So we're beating Saffron City just like that. Then we're gonna go back north of Saffron City and then use our Audino to regain our HP from the Audino in the wild. So we're able to get infinite HP from there, and then we're gonna head into Vermilion City where we're gonna change up some moves on our Luxray. Luxray is pretty cool. He's actually a dark type in this game. We're gonna face off against Brendan, beat Brendan, get the lucky eggs obviously, and then head into Digley's cave. For some reason I decided I want to chain Stunfisk. Luckily I gained some memory to realize that Drober is in here, so we're actually gonna catch ourselves a Drober, train it up into an Excadrill, as well evolve our Skittle into a Go-Go, and then we should be ready to face off against Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge is going to be the electric type gym leader of the game, and of course we're going to have to go through a lot of this. One cool thing I gotta say is I walk into Surge's gym and I got both of the first trash cans on the first attempt, so that's kind of cool. We just broke through his puzzle in like 0.2 seconds. They called me a speedrunner back in my day. Anyways, we're gonna face off against Surge. We're gonna start out with our Excadrill first. Excadrill is going to home claws in front of the Pinchurican. He's gonna Citrus Berry up. Hopefully it doesn't burn, and then we're able to Rock Slide Flinch, and then Bodos knock out the Pinchurican. Next up, he's going to send out his Manectric. I'm obviously going to get scared out. Send him out Audino next. Then I am going to Wish Pass into my Luxray, which Luxray is actually going to 1v1 against the Manectric, as you can see. He's going to take the Charge Beam to the face, and he's able to knock him out pretty close. He gets a burn off on him. Then I'm going to send in my Audino again, and then into my Pachirisu to whittle him down with burn damage. Then he's going to send out his Raichu next. I'm able to Bodos, knock him out in one shot using my Excadrill, and Rock Slide flinches again, so 2 rock slides, a flinch. That's pretty nice. We knocked out Lieutenant Surge pretty easily during that, and then we're gonna head into the route outside of Rock Tunnel. In this spot though, we're gonna regain our HP on all our Pokemon just from using my Audino's Wish, and we have a lot of Ethers and Lepa Berries from all the raid dens we do, so that's really nice for us. We have infinite wishes. Infinite wishes. This is the Fairy Law Parents. Anyways, we're gonna go through Rock Tunnel. We're gonna lose a lot of HP, but luckily since we have a lot of regenerated Pokemon, we should be fine from there. Going forwards, we're gonna head into Saffron City next. We're gonna face off against Erica next, and then before we face off against Erica, we're gonna put the Rindo Berry on our Blastoise to weaken Grass super effective move. So we're gonna start off the battle using our Blastoise against the Rillaboom. We're gonna scald down the Rillaboom, of course, and then it's gonna use a Sword Stance against me. So I'm gonna switch into my Go-Go. Go-Go's gonna bulk up right in front of him, get the attack races, get the defense races. I'm able to one-shot the Rillaboom and get my HP pretty high with Milk Drink. So we knock out the Rillaboom. Then I know the Venusaur is gonna be faster than us, so we're gonna swap out our Go-Go into my Excadrill because he's gonna Sludge Bomb, of course. Then I'm going to try to Earthquake him as he tries to Sleep Powder. He misses, so I'm going to switch into my Blastoise to get the Sleep Powder so he can't actually double sleep me twice. Then from there though, I'm going to switch into my Pachirisu. It's going to take a ginormous hit, but I'm able to paralyze the Venusaur. Then I'm able to Sweet Kiss it. It's going to get paralyzed in paralysis. Then I'm going to switch into my Go-Go once again. I'm able to outspeed it, Aerial Ace, and knock him out in one shot. Then he's going to send out his Sudowoodo next. I'm able to bulk up right in front of his face, survive a head smash easily, as you can see, then Milk Drain up, and then continuously bulk up. And then he randomly pulls out a Fire Punch. Where does he get a Fire Punch from with that? What? I've never seen a Sudowoodo with Fire Punch. I'm able to one-shot it using Seed Bomb, and then he's going to send out his Superior next. I'm able to one-shot that thing as well, just barely live against the Hidden Power, as you can see. And then we're able to knock out the Superior, and then the final Pokemon will be the Meganium. I'm able to Spark, paralyze it using my Luxray, and then get down to low HP. Then I'm going to switch into my Audino, which will Wish Pass into my Luxray, of course. Then I'm able to Fire Fang it, knock it out, and then that's the end of Erica. So we beat Erica, the 4th gym leader of the game, and we are kind of done with most of our team. We're going to actually release our Go-Go, which is a shame, but I think Go-Go's way past his prime, so once we gotta sacrifice Go-Go, we are going to go into the game corner, and in the game corner, we're able to get a new Pokemon called Dratini. Dratini is getting evolved into Dragonite. We spent a lot of time resetting to get Adamant Nature on it, so that's been fun. Then from there though, we are going to the Rocket Hideout, where quickly Audino actually has a move called Secret Power. So Secret Power is going to paralyze the Nidoking in front of us. Luckily he survives a hit easily. And then from there, we're able to knock out Giovanni pretty easily using our Excadrill, as you can see. And we're just going to Wish Pass back and forth, and we're able to beat Giovanni and then head into Lavender Tower. In Lavender Tower, we have a free heal spot over here that we're going to use one time. And then we're going to head to the top, get the Poke Flute, and then finally go into Silphco. Silphco is where we can go around, get some nice XP on our Pokemon. As you can see, Pachirisu did some damage, knock out the Archeops, I'm just saying. And then we're going to face off against our rival in here. We're going to paralyze the Staraptor first, and then switch into my Dragonite, which Dragonite is going to Dragonite in front of him as he just tries to quick attack me. I have Roost on my Dragonite and Multi-Scare, so nothing should really hit me. I'm able to completely sweep his team at this point using Dual Wing Beat, and this thing is so broken. I'm just saying. Luckily, he doesn't miss any moves though, but it's not like anything really could hurt me. So we're able to beat down Gary in here, and then face off against Archer and Ariana. He's going to actually heal our Pokemon right before this, so that's nice. And then we're going to beat Archer and Ariana in one shot using our Blastoise. We just get him burned, and then whatever Pokemon we lose doesn't really matter. Earthquaking is great. We have to attack the Exploud because the Exploud is really annoying and it will attack us most of the time. So if we put down the Exploud, we're actually able to knock out Archer and Ariana. With his Sceptile. They took away Giga Drain on it, which is crazy. The Sceptile was so strong, they took away Giga Drain. So we're going to beat Archer and Ariana, and Brendan's going to heal our Pokemon once again. So that's great for us as we face off against Giovanni. We're going to beat Giovanni pretty convincingly, as you can see. We lose a lot of HP on our Blastoise, but we're able to knock him out. And then luckily we're actually able to get the Master Ball, which is going to come in handy later down the line, but that's later. Now we're actually going to head into Saffron City's gym, which is against Sabrina. Sabrina's going to be a double battle fight in Psychic Terrain, of course. We're going to use our Excadrill and our Blastoise to start. Blastoise actually has his Mega Ring, so we're going to Dark Pulse and Shadow Claw the Hatterene, try to get it flinched, of course. It gets him flinch, and then the second turn following that, I'm able to Rock Slide and double attack the Hatterene just to knock it out for sure, so it doesn't get a Trick Room up at all. So luckily we get that done, and then we're able to face off against the Indeedee and the Crawdon in this turn. Luckily, the DD does not hit us again with its expanding force. Crawdon comes out next. I'm able to Rock Slide, knock out the DD, and I'm able to Skull Burn the Crawdon, which is great. Crawdon gets burned. I live a crit crunch, so the burn doesn't even matter. Then I'm gonna try to Rock Slide once again and try to get a burn on the Conqueror. I actually get nothing from this turn, which is kind of sucks. So no burns, no nothing. My blaster goes down, which is kind of unfortunate. Then I'm gonna send in my Dragonite next. I'm able to Rock Slide. I could have knocked out the Conqueror, but I decided to Dragon Dance so I get the Porygon 2 in first. I wanted the Porygon 2 in first to set up Trick Room for us, obviously. Once the Porygon 2 is in, I'm going to Rock Slide it. Hopefully it doesn't flinch the Porygon 2. Then I'm going to do Wing Beat, knock out the Conqueror. And then it can set up Trick Room for us. As he sends out his Gardevoir, I'm able to outspeed it, knock it out using a dual Wing Beat. And then we're able to 1v1 the Porygon. Or 2v1 the Porygon technically, using our Pachirisu and our Dragonite. So we're able to beat Sabrina down fairly easily. So that thing goes down. We are going crazy right now. So from there though, we're going to go back into Saffron City and then heal our Pokemon using our Dino Wish Pass, as you can see. And then finally head into the Safari Zone, get all the things we need in here. Of course, it's TM for Surf and the TM for Strength. And also catch ourselves some Alomomolas to get the Heart Scales we need. The Heart Scales will teach us some egg moves that are very beneficial that we'll be using going forward. But from there though, we're going to head into Koga's gym next. Koga's gym is going to be the 6th gym of the game. And of course, he's going to be a bit annoying. Not that annoying though. We're going to start the battle using our Pachirisu. He's going to U-turn into his Dragapult. We're going to nuzzle him and then switch into our Dragonite after Sweet Kissing him. And then Dragonite's actually going to use Dragon Dance in front of him. And then Dual Wing Beat will knock out the Dragapult. As he sends out his Greninja next, I'm able to knock him out using Dual Wing Beat. And then Dual Wing Beat knocks out the Swallow. And then Dragon Rush actually knocks out the Drapion, which is great for us. Survive a Wicked Blow just barely, and then he can send out his Toxic Tree. I could outspeed this as well. Dragon Rush knocks him out, and then his Acelgor comes out. I'm going to switch into my Volcarona that I also got, by the way, from the game corner. Swap out some of my Pokemon, and then I'm able to Heat Wave, knock him out. Just barely not knock him out. Switch into my Exeggutor, forgot he has Focus Blast, but luckily he misses it. I'm able to knock out the Acelgor, and we beat Koga. From there though, most of our Pokemon are kind of low on HP or dead at this point. So I'm able to go into this next battle against Price. Now what I realized is if we face against these Johto gym leaders, they actually fully heal our Pokemon. So once we battle against them, as you see earlier, we had low HP on a Volcarona. Now we have full HP on a Volcarona. And I'm able to Quiver Dance against him and then knock him out easily from there. Look at this. We're cheesing against Price using the Volcarona against this Vanillux. We get the Choice Scarf from him, which is great for us. Even though we're at low HP, we're using Antidote and Roost Up against the wild Pokemon in the area. And then we're going to face off against May in Cinderball Island. We're going to knock out most of her team easily like that and without bringing a sweat. And then we're going to face off against Jasmine, where Volcarona again shines too much and then knocks out everything on her team. Because her steel types are actually really bad against Volcarona apparently. And on that note, I should have saved it to the end, but unfortunately May actually windows us down. So we're going to face off against Blaine with full HP. We're going to use our Choice Bandit Excadrill to Earthquake, knock out the Torkoal for us. Then he's going to send out his Typhlosion next. I'm going to send in my Audino. He's going to Eruption me, he's going to knock me out, which I had to take. Then I'm going to Mega Evolve using my Blaster to Scald him, to weaken his Eruption obviously. Then after that, he's going to Focus Blast me to the head and I go down. Then I'm going to send in my Dragonite against him. I'm going to Dragon Dance in front of him. He's going to Hidden Power me. That's going to do a lot of damage. Dual Wing Beam would knock him out as well. His Charizard comes out next. Didn't know he's faster than me with Dragon Dance up. So he's going to Dragon Pulse and knock me out, which is kind of scary. Then I'm going to send in my Excadrill next, which has a Choice Scarf, not a Choice Band. That's my mistake. So it's going to scare out the Charizard, so I'm going to switch into my Volcarona. As he switch into his Venusaur, I'm able to get a Quiver Dance up against him. He's going to Weather Ball me. I'm able to live a second attack as I Roost Up, and then I'm able to Quiver Dance once more again. Then I'm able to Roost Up against, and I'm able to Flamethrower, get him down to low HP, but I'm able to knock him out. As Cinderace comes out next, I'm able to not knock him out, but luckily he misses his Zen Headbutt, which is great. Then he's going to Sucker Punch me to face, which does a lot of damage. Anyways, we're able to knock out the Cinderace, and then his Charizard comes out next. I'm able to outstall his Flamethrower in the sun, as you can see. Once the sun goes down, I'm able to Roost Up finally all the way up, and I'm able to knock out the Charizard in return. As I just kind of whittle it down. I'm running out of Roost, but I'm able to clutch it up, crit him, knock him out, and then his Volcarona goes out. I'm able to two-shot Flamethrower him, and the Volcarona goes down, and we've beaten Blaine. So from there though, most of my team is dead, as you can see. I'm going to teach Roost once again, replenish the PP on Roost, and then use a Good Rod to heal my HP against the Pufferfish Pokemon. and then we're gonna fly into Saffron City and then face against Bugsy up here, where we're gonna get a free heal if we beat him. Of course, we're in equivalence in front of him, and then we're gonna beat him down using flamethrower, and my full team is fully healed, as you see. So we beat Bugsy and our Pokemon is fully healed, and we're gonna heal up our Volcarona once more. And then from there though, we're gonna head into Viridian City, where the 8th gym is, but unfortunately we gotta help Brendan, and we're face off against Team Rocket for the final time. We're gonna do some training in Cerulean Cave and then face off against Archer and Ariana. Archer and Ariana is gonna have a decently good team, but we're actually gonna sweep him using our Volcarona. As you can see, Volcarona gets too much HP to handle. We're gonna Silver Wind, actually catch the Houndoom off guard and then get a stat boost up. Then we're able to sweep down his entire team, as you can see. And then facing off against Ariana, we're able to get the Hattering paralyzed using our Pachirisu, as you can see, and then switch into my Volcarona once again, get our Corvidance up against him, and then we're able to knock out the rest of his team easily. And once we beat Ariana, we're gonna head into the next fight against Giovanni. Giovanni's gonna be the final Team Rocket member we gotta face off against, and we're gonna send in our Ardino to start off with. We're gonna Thunder Wave his Scrafty first, as his Dragapult will actually knock out the Tapu Lele for us, and we're just gonna wish stall it. All we gotta do is stall it out while his Dialga and his Salamence do all the work for us. Eventually though, we're actually gonna get knocked down. Our Ardino unfortunately goes down, which is fine, but our Volcarona in the back will actually Silver Wind, accidentally get the stat boost up, and we're able to flamethrow the Celesteela and knock him out easily. So we've been Giovanni, I don't know, two tries maybe. And from there though, we're gonna face up against Claire. Claire is gonna be the final Johto gym leader technically in the game, so she's actually gonna heal our Pokemon all the way up, so that's great for us. So we're gonna start off the battle using our Excadrill against her. We're in Rock Slide, hopefully to catch him on a flinch, but unfortunately we're still slower with a Choice Scarf, so luckily we survived an Earthquake. We knock him out, and then we're gonna send our Pachirisu against the Magnera. We're gonna use the Nuzzle against him, then we're gonna send in our Volcarona against him. Once Volcarona gets a Corvidance up, he's going crazy on Claire's team. As you can see, we're able to knock out all Claire's Pokemon easily. And once we're done with that, Claire's team goes down, and we are going to the Pokemon League. So we've been all 8 gym leaders, but our Pokemon are kind of on the weaker end, so we gotta fix that up real quick. We're actually gonna release some of our Pokemon. We're gonna release our Blastoise, and then we're gonna try to catch ourselves a Suicune. Unfortunately, on our little legendary hunt, I started throwing Pokeballs at all the random Pokemon. We don't catch this Latias, as you can see, but we come back and then we face off against the Latios on accident, and then we Quick Ball it, and we actually caught it with a Quick Ball. So now I'm confused. I'm like, why not just use it? We should just use it. So we're gonna use our Latios. We're gonna go replace our Pachirisu as well, and we're gonna replace our Excadrill. So our team is kind of completely different. We're gonna catch ourselves a Suicune finally using the Master Ball, and then we're not done with the legendary fighting just yet, but of course we gotta go through the game a little more. We're gonna beat Gary real quick in here, and then we're gonna face off against Brendan. Brendan's gonna use his Deoxys first. I'm gonna swap around my Pokemon to get him weaker, as he uses all his moves to lower his own stats. From there though, my Volcarona is gonna come out. He's getting Corvidance in front of him, which is a free stat boost for us as we sweep his entire team using Volcarona. Volcarona is just broken, as you can see. Anyways, once we're done with that, we're gonna go through Victory Road, and we're gonna clear through Victory Road easily. Once we're done with this, we're gonna get all the items in Victory Road, and then we're going to move forward. We're going to head into Saffron City once again, and we're going to face against Chuck, where we get another free heal because it's a Johto gym leader. Of course, we got a bunch of free heals, and then we're going to head back into Victory Road, where we're going to train up our Pokemon to level 85. Sorry I'm speeding through this, but this video is getting a bit longer than I expected, but I'm able to get all my Pokemon to level 85, and then we're actually head into the Pokemon Power Plant. Once we're in the Power Plant, we're actually able to catch our Zapdos in one try. Look at this. Eventually just gets caught in an Ultra Ball, which is nice. So from there though, we're going to head back into Cinnabar Island, where we're going to get a Latios Ice and also Soldew. And then from there, we should be ready to face off against the Elite Four once we do some training on our Zapdos, get everything done. And then we're going to face off against Lorelei next. Lorelei is going to be the Ice type Elite Four member of the game. We're going to start off the battle using our Ardino and our Suicune first, obviously. We're going to Thunder Wave both the Politoed and Ludicolo as my Suicune gets fully boosted up using Calm Mind. Once that is done, I'm going to Mega Evolve my Ardino eventually, get the Wish Pass up, and then, you know, just stall it out as my Suicune gets all the boost up, because Ludicolo and Politoed can't do much to these big tanks. Kyogre comes out next after we beat the Ludicolo, which is kind of interesting. So we're able to Thunder Wave the Kyogre as it doesn't do any damage to me at all. Well, to my Suicune at all, but we're able to get the Paralyze off on him. It knocks out my Audino, which is fine. I send in my Zapdos next. I am able to Volt Switch around and skull down the Kyogre, as you can see. I'm able to send in my Dragonite next after I Volt Switch, and I'm able to Dragon Claw, knock out the Swampert, as the Kyogre is not able to do anything with its moves. I'm able to Skull, knock out the Politoed, the Kyogre. I don't know why I'm leaving the Kyogre on the field, but apparently it's not that useful. Unfortunately, my Suicune and my Dragonite goes down to the Kyogre and Dragovish. So I'm able to send in my Zapdos next and my Latios next. As I roost up using my Latios, I'm able to survive both hits from the Dragovich and my own Zapdos, as he sends out his final Pokemon, which is going to be the Kingdra. Now Kingdra is going to get paralyzed using my Zapdos, obviously. This charge gets him paralyzed, and then I'm able to roost up using my Volcarona, and I'm Volt Switching out using my Zapdos. I'm trying to preserve HP on all of my Pokemon. As you can see, I'm trying to roost up, and it works out pretty well, as the Kingdra misses all its Muddy Waters for some reason. So then he gets paralyzed. I'm able to roost up all the way with both my Pokemon, which is great. So I got full HP on 3 of my Pokemon, which is great, and I'm able to knock out the Kingdra. And we're moving to the next Elite Four member of the game. Now I'm not going to take the heals from each of the Elite Four members, because that is part of the rules. I'm actually able to use revives, or actually there is a separate way. I save all these rare candies as revives. If I put a rare candy on one of my Pokemon, I'm able to revive them back to life with a little HP, and then heal them up using the healing items I have in the back, or other ways with their own healing moves. So that's how I'm gonna regain HP from now on, because we can't take the free heals from the Elite Four members. So that's gonna be a bit of an issue. So we're gonna face off against Bruno next. Bruno is gonna be the fighting type Elite Four member. He's gonna start using his Infernape. I'm gonna discharge him, get him paralyzed. Then he's gonna send us Comroll, discharge him, get him paralyzed as well. Then I am kind of confused on what to try to do. So I'm gonna send in my Suicune next. Suicune gets a rest off on him, so he gets full HP, which is fantastic for our Suicune. He's going to use Clanger Soul Blades. He's going to weaken his HP while boosting himself up. Then I'm going to send in my Audino next, as he gets paralyzed in confusion. Then I'm able to send in my Zapdos next, then get the Regenerator off on my Audino, which is fantastic. From there though, he used Clanger Soul Blades again to get a stat boost, but I don't know what he's doing. He just chokes and then he dies, because he gets paralyzed in paralysis and it goes down. I'm able to knock out the Infernape as well. I don't know how, but then he's gonna stand on his Conqueror. I'm able to get a paralyze on him as well, which is great. But unfortunately, the Ice Punch would knock me down, which is kind of a sacrifice we gotta make. Paralyze when paralyze the Conqueror. Then I'm able to send in my Dragon next. Dragon is in front of him as he gets scared, and he just Mox Punch me from now on, and that should be the end of the game. I'm a dual Wing Beat, knock out the Conqueror easily. As you can see, then he's going to send out his Zacian next. I'm able to dual Wing Beat, knock him out as well. Then he's going to send out his Lucario, he's going to Mega Evolve, he's going to Bullet Punch me, all that. Dual Wing Beat one-shots him completely to the face. And Urshifu, I outspeed, I'm able to one-shot him, knock him out as well. So we're able to beat Bruno without much casualties. And then we're going to face off against Agatha next. We're going to start off using our Volcarona against Agatha. We're going to start off the battle against Agatha. We're going to try to get her Zoroark to start off first. She can start out with her Gengar, which is the Zoroark in disguise. We're going to use Fiery Dance to get a stat boost up. We get 2 stat boosts up against him, which is great, because he's going to send out its Spectrier next. Fiery Dance will actually crit, knock out the Spectrier, which is great. And then another Fiery Dance will almost knock out the Silvally, which is just barely not. It's going to knock me out using multi-attack, which is fine. Then I'm able to send in my Zapdos next. I get a Paralyze on him, which is great. Then I'm able to get a Rest off, and then he's going to switch into his Aegislash. I'm able to swap out into my Dragonite, which is able to get Dragonite in front of him. And I actually outstall this thing, which is kind of it's kind of funny. I actually outstarted Aegislash using a Dragonite. He can talk to stall me. I'm going to roost up and Dragonite as he tries to double protect himself. Does not work out as to knock him out using my Dragonite, which is completely fine for me. He's going to send out his Marshadow next. I'm able to try to do Wing Beat. He has Shadow Sneak. He's going to knock me out, obviously. Then I'm going to send in my Suicune next. I'm going to Skull Burn him, which is great. Then continuously Skull. I live up close combat to the head, and Skull will knock him out. As he sends out his Silvally next, Skull will knock him out as well. Then he's going to send out his Gengar. I'm able to Scald him, but Thunderbolt will knock me out as I send in my Latios. Cross my fingers. Hopefully I could live an attack. Luckily, I'm actually able to live an attack at Mega. Shadow Ball, just 1 HP, save, clutch, Zen Headbutt to the face, knocks out the Gengar, and we move. Oh my god. So from here though, more than half my team is completely dead. The only Pokemon at full HP is my Zapdos, who went to sleep in the turn of Agatha, and I just played the Pokeflute, so it gets awakened. So I'm running out of healing items, so I decided to face off against Lance using my fully functioning Zapdos at full HP. I know he can survive any attack, so I'm going to start the battle using my Zapdos against him. I'm going to pray he gets paralyzed. Luckily, he does get paralyzed as he tries to taunt me. Discharge would knock him down to red HP, and he's paralyzed, so I'm going to swap into my Audino next to regain some HP. Luckily, he gets paralyzed. I'm able to swap in between, get the Mega off, and then protect and wish, and then hopefully just drain his Stone Edges. Once I drain his Stone Edges, I'm able to switch in between each of my Pokemon to get some healing off. As you can see, I swap into my Latios, get the Roost off easily against him. He's gonna miss some moves, he's gonna taunt me, and then switch into my Suicune. I'm gonna rest up, get my full HP, and then this is going crazy. I send in my Volcarona, he's gonna get a Roost off for free, and then we just gotta knock it out. So once our Pokemon are fully HP, we're gonna knock out the Aerodactyl. He's gonna send out his Dragovich next. I decided to Will-O-Wisp it. Luckily, I actually survived a Fishing Rend to the head, and then I don't know how I outspeed it. Then I'm gonna Roost off some damage, does not work out so well, so I'm gonna switch into my Suicune. Luckily, Fishing Rend does no damage against me because obviously Suicune is such a monster. Then he's gonna send out his Dialga next, and Dialga is such a pain to deal with. Oh my god, I'm trying to Calm Mind in front of him, does not work. He's gonna force me out with Roar Time into my Volcarona, which I don't want. So I'm gonna Roost off against him. I survive a Flamethrower easily. I'm trying to train his PP. As it's kind of working. I gain all my HP back, but I run out of Roost, of course. Then it's going to swap me out into the Audino. I am going to try to Moonblast it and try to Thunder Wave him. I send in my Latios as he switch into his Dragonite next. I'm going to switch into my Audino, then try to get a Thunder Wave on him. Does not work. Melmetal blocks it. Eventually I break through. I'm able to get a Paralyze on the Dialga, as you can see. Finally outplay them and catch the Dialga on a Thunder Wave, and then trying to stall out all his Roar Times. Eventually, I get all the Roar Times stalled out, and I'm able to face off against him using my Dragonite, where I'm Dragon Dancing up. And once I'm Dragon Dancing up, he's going to rest up, but I'm fully boosted up using Dragonite, and then Dragon Claw will finish off the rest of his team. Since Melmetal is already low HP, it's not a worry in the back, so we're going to one-shot Dialga, one-shot the Melmetal, one-shot his own Dragonite, which is going to Extreme Speed me. Then he's going to send out Dragovich, will get knocked out easily. Then the Salamence in the back will get knocked out, and we beaten Lance. Oh my god, we beaten Lance. That took a lot of effort. And then from there though, we're going to use our final rare candy. None of our Pokemon actually goes down from that. So, and most of our Pokemon is full HP. We're going to use our last Hyper Potion against my entire team, and then just give a random rare candy, of course. And then from there though, we should be ready to face off against the champion of the game, which is our rival, Gary. So Gary's going to start using Pheromosa against us. I'm going to use Roost against him as he U-turns into his Groudon. I'm going to Roost again, as I know he's going to Stone Edge me. Then I know he's going to use Fire Punch, so I'm going to switch into my Suicune. He's going to take the Fire Punch to the head pretty nicely. Then switch into my Latios to avoid the Precipice Blades. Then I'm able to get an Earthquake off against him. I actually outstall him pretty well, which is kind of funny. He runs out of Precipice Blades, as you can see, because eventually he just runs out of all his moves, which is kind of funny to see. He switches out because he's so scared of my Latios. Once he switched into his Yveltal, the game was kind of over, because he's kind of switching. Once I get the right switches, I'm able to set up and beat him. So eventually I switch into my Audino next. I am going to Wish Stall him. Once I Wish Stall him, Wish Pass into my Zapdos, so I'm able to Thunder Wave and get him paralyzed. Then I'm able to switch into my Audino once again, get the healing off on him. Then I'm going to stay in against the Yveltal as I switch into my Zapdos. In between, try to get my HP back with Wish Passing. And then once my Audino's in once again, he's actually going to get a board. And then he's going to switch into his Metagross, which is the biggest choke of ever. Because I'm going to Thunder Wave on that turn, I get the Wish off as well. And then switch into my Volcarona. Once my Volcarona is in, he's going to use Meteor Mash. He's not going to do too much against me. I'm going to Quiver Dance in front of him, and he's stuck in Bullet Punch. And that should be game, of course. I'm going to Boost up against him. He's not going to do anything against me. Fiery Dance will knock out the Metagross in one shot. Fiery Dance will knock out the Groudon for me as well. Fiery Dance will knock out the Darmanitan and the Yveltal in the back. Just barely. He has Sucker Punch and all, but I'll play him because I know he's going to Sucker Punch again. Luckily, I'm able to knock out the Yveltal as he deals about half. And then Pheromosa comes on next. I'm able to not knock him out because he has a Focus Edge. He's going to knock me out with Close Combat, which is surprising. He knocks me out with that. Then I'm gonna send in my Audino next. I'm gonna Thunder Wave whoever is gonna come in next, because I know he can come in with Eternatus. I Thunder Wave him, then I'm gonna Moonblast him, and I almost 1v1 the Eternatus using my Audino right here. It's kind of funny. Moonblast lowers a special attack, which is fine, but eventually I actually get lucky. I'm almost knocking him out using Moonblast, but eventually he's gonna knock out my Audino. Then I'm switching my Dragonite. Dragon Claw will knock him out, and then Dragon Claw will knock out the Pheromosa, and that should be game. We beat the entire game of Radical Red without using PokeCenter heals, PokeCenter nature changes, PokeMarts items, any of that. We used everything we could in the field, so I think that deserves a like. So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you guys are not, and comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one. My name's been Alpha, and oh my god, my throat is hurting so much. So anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm out. Peace. Have a nice day.